This is second part. For first part, link is in description. After entering the labyrinth he realized that, this is same like in the game, structure map and all other details are as like game, but he can smell his surroundings and sense the temperature. This is the last step of tutorial with difficulty easy to hell. Depending on the level you will be awarded, normally he can choose hell difficulty but it is designed in a way like no one will clear this. Previously in the game many players tried to clear this but failed. After complaining for difficulty level by multiple players they doesn't change this. Only one player was able to clear this and he was the one to obtain the rewards from this level. But he sacrificed many accounts in this process and now the circumstances are different. Already more than 100 people entered in this level and rising. This indicates that this is not just happening in the Korea but in entire world. Right now he can't be worried for others. He need to focus on his current situation and decides to go with hell difficulty and enters the portal. Upon entering, the first stage to protect the statue of the goddess from golem is begins. For 5 minutes he need to protect it from golem and upon failing penalty is death. He starts killing the golem with his sword. It seems like for hell level difficulty this is way too easy for him with heavenly body. But the problem is just starting. As the time passes by oxygen in dome will decrease and speed of monsters will increase. Additionally speed of player will be decreased. This is a stage where he need to predict monsters' movement and act accordingly. He is killing golems with perfect predictions. There is a reason for going through all this. With all this struggle he gets a hidden quest which exists only in hell level. Now the hidden boss combined golem appears and upon killing this golem, you will be rewarded with stats bonuses which only available in the hidden quest. Golem attacks him with his power punch which he counters with his sword but low-level sword don't have a chance against such tough monster. Golem is persistence in his attack and midst of all this, he takes another weapon from system, corrupted hammer of physical damage. With this weapon he is ready to take him head on. With this hammer he charges straight to golem and attacks the monster. Golem's hand is shattered which confirms his choice was correct to choose this hammer. Golem tries to attack but he is managing with hammer. Golem will regenerate and fight will go on until the core will be destroyed. But it's in the center of the golem and he cannot jump that high. But this is not a game anymore if he can't jump, he need to bring him down. After shattering his leg golem falls on the ground and with this he can easily target the core. He climbs on the golem and aims for his core. With his powerful heavenly body and hammer, the core is destroyed with one hit. With hammer's help he successfully clears this stage of tutorial, and upon completing the stage he receives A rank stamina strength and speed of reaction. But this is not comparable against Dragon Eye reward which he received in this process. Additionally a portion of heavenly body is also freed. This is why he loved the hell difficulty and this is just the beginning. There are more stages to be cleared along with hidden quest. Even in the game it took him over a month to clear all the stages of tutorial. He further advances in tutorial and now hunting slime monsters. It became too easy for him to detect monsters with Dragon Eye. With his Dragon Eye he detects a hidden monster. Dragon Eye allows him to see the flow of mana. No one will escape on his watch. After taking down the aura of darkness, a hidden quest is available. Hidden level boss Naden appears in front of him. She is angry for being summoned and says he could have lived a long life. But his arrogance has brought an end to his life. She is ready to attack and finish him but he has vanished from his spot. And in next instant his sword cuts her into half. She realizes the strength of our protagonist. During her final moments we realize that this is not her real body. He advises her to go back to her original body and wait for him to meet again. With this the final stage of tutorial is completed and he received bunch of XP and he will be transported to the nearby village. He returns to same spot when he was entered. 3 months has passed since he entered in the tutorial. He need to search for the survivors in the building in order to figure out the situation. Currently in high school a dungeon has appeared. All the hunters are worried for clearing this dungeon. Because the policeman responsible for this dungeon raid has not said anything yet. But suddenly he wants to clear this dungeon because only 24 hours remain before dungeon break. One of hunter grabs his collar because clearing an E-rank dungeon is no joke. Without proper party and planning it will be suicide to enter the dungeon. But policeman knows all this. Regardless of their situation they have to enter to prevent a dungeon break. After dungeon break gate will turn red and monster evolve to further level. This shows dungeon already gone through first evolution. To prevent further evolution of the monsters, they need to enter. Gong Chi-wan a salesman wants to know why the dungeon is growing into rapid pace. Well according to the policeman it is due to the dungeon type. It is undead type dungeon and monster in the dungeon are typically considered as the zombies who can infect others players too. That's why the dungeon is growing at rapid speed by turning players into zombies. In this school students who done nothing wrong, all turned into zombies by the dungeon monsters. To protect their loved ones, family and friends they need to enter the dungeon and prevent further chaos. He knows that this is a high-risk plan, but they need to survive, and to do that, they need to be ready for any life and death situation. He thinks it will be alright because they have Choi Hana with them, and with this they enters the dungeon. In the apartment our hero is looking for the survivors. But the situation is not same as before when he left a tutorial. Only dead bodies are left in the building. He need to find the survivors or the players who can fight and survive. After leaving the apartment he came to the school area where the red gate has appeared. Among all the gates, red gate is considered as the most difficult one. He got to know that 24 hours are left before dungeon break, and currently a party has entered the dungeon to clear it. Suddenly the timer drops to 21 hours. In the game when there is speed in the dungeon breaking process, dungeon will release more monsters at rapid speed. He knows that soon this dungeon will break, and at this rate more players will lose their life. He decides to enter the dungeon in order to save them and prevent the dungeon break. Inside the classroom structure is completely changed and grows in the size. This is due to expansion of the dungeon. Suddenly he was attacked by the skeleton. This is a cursed skeleton with level 40. Well, it is no match for him and he takes out his long sword to fight. With one swing he breaks the structure of skeleton. But the skeleton is not dead and attacks again. In order to take down the skeleton he need to destroy his core, which is pretty much visible. He destroys the core, after which skeleton is dead and his level has gone up. After a long time, more skeletons are spawned, and with these, he deals with them all. Policeman and his team struggling to keep up with the situation. They are surrounded by the skeleton monsters and he don't know how to deal with them. Before 1 hour they were handling the monsters with ease. Choi Hana saves a player from the monster with her gun and advises the young lad to be on alert. They were doing fine until an explosion has occurred. He don't know what's happening and advises everyone to split up. That's when he sees two random figures who are responsible for the explosion. They are player not monsters who are attacking on the players. He need to find a way out from this situation and advises everyone to retreat for now. But right beside him the masked player appears. He is sure they cannot escape from this situation without dealing with these men. With quick response he summons his weapon and attacks the man. He avoid being cut from the weapon. Masked man calls the name of officer, which indicates that he know him before. He creates an explosion near the policeman using his skill. He manages to avoid getting hit. He is confident with his weapon Wave Rider, which received as server shutdown reward, but has a level restrictions. He charges straight to attack him, but he creates an explosion within a second which sends him flying in the air. Now he reminds him who he is. He was a serial killer which policemen arrested in the past. Huang Dansu, a serial killer. It took 8 years to arrest him in the past. This is worst case. He does not believes that he became a player. Now the serial killer toys with him. There will be no one to help them. If miracles had to happen at his right time, he is about to kill the detective, but suddenly the wall explode with a bang. This is how a protagonist should enter in a fight, but he is not sure what's happening here and why a person is wearing a mask in a dungeon like this. Officer wants him to run away as the situation is too dangerous, but killer attacks with explosion and policeman feels sorry for him. Using danger detection skill he avoids the explosion, and now using Dragon Eye, he concludes that this person is involved in a scheme related to the dungeon. Well, compared to the labyrinth this is nothing to him. Masked man attacks again, which he dodges easily. He is sure that he is a serial player killer and almost lost everything to the players like him in the game. Killer advises him to mind his own business and leave. But detective informs him he is a serial killer and don't trust whatever he says. But he is not planning to leave, and in fact he is aiming for the kill. Using the Dragon Eye and danger detection skill he jumps in the air and kills the hidden monster. After this he kills the masked man by cutting his head. His comrades watches from distance. It's about time they take responsibility for what have they done. He changes weapons form into dagger and kills the second one with awesome throw. Changing form and Dragon Eye with isolation combination increases the safety. He jumps towards another one, surprising him. In fear he uses the lightning magic, but no use. Using his dagger he kills him with ease. These guys already killed countless people and system also recognize them as mob. He gets level up for killing them, same as killing the monsters. Turns out to be the serial killer previously killed his sister and deserved the punishment. But policeman informs him that there are at least 10 of them. He suspects all of them are prisoners who turned into players. He asks him to do another favor and save the remaining players. They got separated from the ambush and their real goal is Marksman Clark. Like and subscribe for new and amazing content. Thanks for watching.